Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Codex Podcast. This is the pre-show for the first time in 2026. I'm your host, Sonny Kruger. I'm joined by my usual co-hosts, the Ric Flair of comic books himself, Uncle Gary, and the Wrangler of Uncle Gary, Mighty Mike.
That's a job nobody wants.
It is a tough job, but he does it. He does it well.
It's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it.
Not as dirty as being Chris's Wrangler.
Nothing is that dirty.
Nothing is that dirty. Mike Rowe even would say that was a really dirty job, right?
Mike, he would run away from that dirty job.
Wow, Mike Rowe would run away from being Chris's handler. Oh. You know who Mike Rowe is, Sonny?
I was going to say, I was trying to remember who.
He's a guy who has a show called Dirty Jobs, and he goes and, chronicles, guys that do really filthy, nasty, dirty, hard work. Yeah. So Mike Rowe's the host of that show.
When I hear about dirty jobs, I think of the song by Rat. Loving you's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it.
I was thinking, well, right. And what's the other one with ACDC? Dirty Deeds. Dirty Deeds done dirt cheap. Yeah. Hey, Richard. What's up,
Richard,
brother?
Happy New Year.
Richard, I guess your travels went without a hitch. So hopefully you are safe back home.
Yeah, hopefully you had a good time. You're back home, Richard. And yes, like you said, Sonny's Beard 2026. This is the year for the beard.
You're in the beard.
Win.
So, we got the beard as the beard is a category. Why not biceps, baby? Why don't we have that as a category?
And we should put that in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
New category this year.
Biceps 2026.
Biceps. Come on, baby. Yeah. The biggest guns. Best guns. Yeah.
Well, I got something that maybe be helping me get my guns a bit bigger. So go back and connect it. So I'll just start us off. We're now in 2026 and Christmas was good to me. Be with loved ones. And I got some comic books.
Sweet.
So might as well show you Uncle Gary big for a moment and then go back to me being big so I can show you some of the comic books I got. I'll start off with some of the stuff I got from my mother.
Whoa, it's a healthy stack there.
Yeah, pretty good. I got this one's it's actually a Spider-Man holiday special. And with a variant cover, we have Gambit.
We'll make it a Wolverine snowman. Yep.
Yeah. Nice.
So got that one. And then also the Daredevil Punisher *1.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, Palmiotti. Yeah, so I saw the other day Dan got like issue #2, so I wonder how it is. I love both characters.
Good.
Oh, look at that. Look who we got in the chat.
All right, there's Chris speaking
man.
to the devil. Chris, somebody just said that being your handler is such a dirty job that Mike Rowe would not even film that episode.
It was that guy who said
What? Au contraire, mon frère.
And look at that. So hello, and Mr. Keith, hello, and then we got Boosh.
It's a party.
All right, now it's a party.
And Richard said those poor toys Santa gave to Sonny. No one actually gave me toys this Christmas. I was expecting something.
Santa stopped visiting Sonny a long time ago. Krampus sees him.
But what I did get, I don't know if my mom was joking with me or not, but she did give me this Red Hulk #1. And look at a Frank Miller variant cover.
Wow. Your mom doesn't love you at all.
I was thinking when I saw that, I was like,
Well, Mom's giving you one of the worst covers of the year.
But maybe, yeah, I love my F list, so I don't mind that kind of stuff.
You're not gonna put your mom on the F list, are you?
No. They got Avengers of Superman, Book of L.
Book of L.
#3.
Nice.
And then, to show that Ma does love me, knows me, X-Men #23. I saw the other day when Sal was talking about Age of Revolution or Age of Revelation. He's a bit confused about what's going on. This is a good starting point with X-Men 22 or X-Men 19 would kind of give you a little more into what's going on. But also, she got me from Age of Revelation, Radioactive Spider-Man #2. And Expert X-Men number 2. So there's some things I got from the mother.
She just went to the comic store and cleaned them out for you.
Yeah, really.
And then my Aunt Monique decided to get me some stuff.
Sweet.
Yeah, but first Boo says, yeah, Frank Miller literally laughing all the way to the bank these days. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my Aunt Monique got me, Knowing the Hell of X-Men. Powers of X is in issue number 5, I believe.
Ooh, nice cover.
Yeah, and then she got me some Doctor Who. Was that issue number 5? So first time I got some Doctor Who, and then of course got to get some more X-Men for me. And it's Professor Xavier and the X-Men.
There you go.
Oh, cool.
And then some Punisher. There's some Punisher number 19.
Oh, he's down under.
Yeah, so
Comes from the land down under.
Yep.
and then
You have to
recently I
Vegemite
watched
sandwich.
the show Penguin. So I mentioned it to my aunt. So I think that decided that led her to get me this. So the
Good
Penguin
book.
Triumph.
Ostrander.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I gotta read that one. So I will definitely add that to my to-read list soon. And then there was one more gift. It was also for my mom. She decided to surprise me. And Uncle Gary, I know you got those big books, and you see, comics make you strong. Well, maybe I'll start working out with this one. It's X-Men 97.
There you
the
go.
Art and Making of the Animated Series.
I can't think of a better book for you than that, because you are an animated series aficionado.
Yeah, and there we go.
There you go.
Very cool.
Yeah.
There you go. I'm just glad you treat your books better than you treat your figures.
Yeah, my books did no accidents happen with them. So there's a bit of what I got. Some comic books for Christmas. And then I got a mail call coming on the way. So next week I can show you my mail call. Some comic books I didn't get, and then be like, yeah, I did add them to the list. But yeah, Mike, I do got to check out that. I will definitely get to reading Penguin Triumphant soon.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And then let's see the comments. I see Chris says, who are these X-Men you speak of? Oh, they're just characters. They go to school. Sometimes get in fights. And they're like, the best comic book character, best comic book team. In my humble opinion. But speaking of teams and things like that, we have this list called the F list. And today it's going to be a little bit different. It's not going to be the usual one character joining. It's going to be a bit of a preview for what's to come this year. And then Mr. Keith answered Chris's question and said, oh, there was a small indie book.
Small indie book. There you go.
Small indie book.
And then let's see. So we also, but except we are now in 2026, and we do also have, the usual news. We got comic book news, which will be the rundown. However, we haven't been on for a couple of weeks. The last time we were on was December 17th. So there's been some news, some trailers, a lot of announced books and stuff going on. So we will get to that when it comes to, the comic book news. We do have Variant Insanity. We do have Right or Wrong. Each of us will give some statements for everybody to answer about. We got Random Panel of the Week. Picked one that I feel is perfect for beginning the year. And next, going over the F list. And the topic of the week this week will be, what are you excited for in 2026? So before we jump on to the actual show, guys, anything you do, anything big for Christmas, New Year's that you'd like to tell us about?
No, mine was very low key. It was just a low key Christmas. Got a lot of reading done, so
Nice.
That was a good thing. And got to catch up on some of the trade paperbacks that I've got over the past year. So I got a stack sitting here in front of me that I was able to make a little dent in.
Nice. Yeah.
I had COVID for Christmas, so that was fun. So I still haven't had Christmas with my oldest daughter yet. So hopefully we'll do that on Sunday. But I also got a lot of reading done when I was on quarantine, and there was a Spawn series. I saw Santa. It was a 2-issue series. So disturbing. I had PTSD after reading it. I'm just going to say that reindeer and razor wire do not mix. terrible,
Ooh.
terrible. I saw Santa. So Santa had to deal with the most evil, vile, naughty child ever who had grown up into a terrible adult. So
I'm pretty curious to read that.
tough book. There's 2 issues. I saw Santa. Issue 1 came out I think the second week in December, and the last issue came out the week of Christmas. So it's 2 issues, and it's set in the Spawn universe. Sam and Twitch were in it, and a few shots Spawn, but man.
Yeah. And then me, so I was celebrating the holidays. As you saw, I got some comic books. I saw a Bulls game live.
Nice.
They lost.
Nice.
I went to a Bears game live. My first time going to a Bears game live. They also lost, but it was fun. And I mean,
What
it was
Bears
freezing.
game was it?
It was the one this past Sunday when they lost to the Lions.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So there's a common denominator that sounds like Chicago sports fans do not want you to go to games.
I know. I was like, yeah, I guess not. And then not earlier in the year, more the summer last year, I saw a White Sox game, and of course they lost too.
Wow. So are you're a White Sox guy more than Cubs?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You're a South Sider.
Yeah, I'm a South Sider, and I grew up like not too far from the stadium, so literally it's in walking distance from where.
So you and the Pope.
Yeah. That's right. When I saw that game, they had a bunch of shirts out too. It was like the Pope and all that stuff. Yeah.
Nice.
The Pope.
Evidently, there was someone that a Cubs fan that was giving him some grief, and he came right back at him. He came right back at the Cubs fan. So it was great.
Yeah, so that was going on. It was a fun year, a fun year came to an end. I enjoyed 2025. A lot of highlights for me, and then now 2026. I'm excited for it. A lot of big things to come. But getting too ahead of myself, that will be more when it comes to the topic of the week. And another thing, I was working at Kohl's, and recently I lost my job. Scoo-doo-doo.
What?
So I'm back to my stuff, my writing,
Is that because it was seasonal, or did you do something terrible?
Well, apparently you're not supposed to walk in work and say, Daddy's come back and he's dripping with all the socials and he wants to give them to all of you.
Okay. Well, that would do it. It had nothing to do with your misbehaviors in the toy department?
No, I was really good.
No. Sonny, clean up on aisle 9. Sonny's breaking action figures.
I swear, no. I swear it was because I was seasonal. That's what they said,
You were sick? You were sneezing?
I was just seasonal.
Sneezing.
We'll just call it that. Yeah, we'll say that's what happened. We'll say that's what happened. Yeah, but then there's a lot of big plans for me this year, but a lot of big stuff going on for the Codex. And in case before we jump onto the actual show, we'll get onto some of that business. What have we got? What are we dripping with?
We're dripping with all the socials. That's why Sonny got fired. We have all the socials here at the Codex station, and we would like nothing better than to give them to you. Hit that button, baby.
And of course, if you want to get some merch and meet the team and so much more, go to www.thecodexstation.com. Oh, I see we got some stuff going on in the comments. Look at that. We got Beast is in the new Avengers. Richard says Beast is in the new Avengers movie. We can have
See, there you go. The Beast is in an Avengers movie because that's where he belongs.
If only the Defenders were out. You know?
Well, they haven't made the Defenders movie, or he could be there.
Yeah.
One day. And Chris says, I saw a trailer for Spider-Man, The Clone Saga, the musical. They're going to start being musicals and stuff for this stuff.
Send in the clones.
Send in the clone.
Oh, look at that. There was a lot more going on that Chris said that he saw you guys over the holidays, and it was epic.
Yep.
We saw him the second day of the year, so we could start our year off right. We went and had a pilgrimage. We had a pilgrimage to go see Chris.
Sorry, Richard's right. He said, "Don't talk sports without Pam."
We shall endeavor to wait for Pam.
When it comes to it, sports talk, Bruce says, yeah, Sonny Moore, a cursed monkey's paw, opposed to Lucky Rabbit's foot.
That is 100%.
Bruce says, I'm sorry to hear that about Sonny.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce said, tell it to Chicago sports team. Yeah. No, nobody's filming anybody in bathroom stalls. I don't have scenes. I have some wild scenes, but I don't have any scenes like that.
Well, the best part of that was the last word. Again.
Never.
Again.
Never. My stuff is pretty wild, but I don't do that.
Damn, Chris.
And Victor said they were jealous of your beard, Sonny. That is right. I actually do get a star for that because I think that's the truth. Yeah. He says research. Research has taken me down some wild roads, but nothing too wild in the bathroom. But everybody, I think it's time. We've had some fun in the pre-show, and I think it's time we jump on to the actual show of the Code X podcast for the first time in 2026.
Let's ruin it from the beginning.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the official show of the Code X podcast for the first time in 2026. As usual, I'm your host, Sonny Kruger. I'm joined by my co-hosts, the one and only, the Ric Flair of comic books himself, Uncle Gary.
Woo!
And the Wrangler of Uncle Gary, Mighty Mike Harbor. So, everybody, we had fun on the pre-show. We brought in 2026 together. And now we get onto the usual show with our comic book news / the rundown. We'll get on to Variant Insanity. We'll have our right or wrong. Everybody's got some statements today. We'll have a random panel of the week. Somebody who's a bit of a daredevil is helping us bring it in. And then we have the F list, but it'll be a preview of what's to come this year. And our topic of the week is, what are you excited for in 2026? Yeah, so here we go. And we already got some stuff going on in the comments. Chris says, which one of you are getting naked tonight?
That'll be me. I'll be getting naked.
It won't be on the show, but I will be naked at some point tonight.
Me too, yeah. But not on the show. Not on the show.
Triple X.
Yeah.
Triple X.
And Chris says, I thought I'd be dead by 2026. I've had those same thoughts too sometimes, I'm like, am I going to make it that far? But you know what that reminds me, everybody? I want to tell everybody before we jump onto to the actual show and our comic book stuff, that you may see I'm wearing this cool tap out shirt. So that's why I want to remind everybody not to tap out in 2026.
Nope.
So yeah, be like me and don't tap out, even when you wear a shirt that says tap out.
Okay.
And then Richard says, number one, right, Codex is the best comic YouTube station. Agreed, 100%.
With Richard in your corner, it makes you want to be that good.
And he's going with Variant Insanity TMNT 20.
He's already calling his shot.
Yep.
Richard, I'm not sure if you saw the episodes and you weren't here, but when you weren't here, I even said I know Richard is going to go with TMNT in 23 cover. So I covered for you when you weren't here. And okay, we're getting a bit too much information in the comments because I'm already nude. Who's next?
Oh, goddamn, Chris! Yeah, we had a good time. Chris has got two insane dogs. One insane dog. He's got an insane puppy.
Really?
Oh my God, that dog is off the chain crazy. A lot of fun. Laughed just watching those antics.
Good stuff. Always good. You always need somebody wild among the group.
Yeah.
So now I'll get us started off with the comic book news, which means it's time for the rundown. We've got a whole load of Marvel and DC updates ending 2025 and beginning 2026. We've got a bunch of teaser trailers. For instance, Avengers Doomsday had some teaser trailers come out, and who they show joining? Who they showing it? Steve Rogers will return. Also, Thor will return, and the X-Men will return in Avengers Doomsday, and they're set to come out December 18th of this year. And yeah, so like I said, Marvel had a lot of comic books they were announcing coming out too. They have a big event over the summer called Armageddon. That will be one of the big things going on. And then the Sentry is coming back. He's going to have a 4-issue miniseries.
Mike's guy.
Love him.
Yeah, so Sentry's coming back. And then the X-Men, hey, you got a little Sentry toy. I swear I wouldn't break it. And then we got X-Men after the Age of Revelation. They have their next story arc is going to be called Shadows of the Past. And then for DC's got a lot going on with their All-In event after DC KO. A whole bunch of characters are getting their own series. And then that includes like Lobo and Batman and the Legion of Superheroes and many more.
Richard, I'm pretty sure you think Lobo still sucks. I'm just, I'm just going to assume that.
Yeah, so we'll just assume that, some things don't ever change. But yeah, so Lobo's going to have a new series, among with quite a few other DC characters. And then, speaking of some characters, we know that, well, some of us tend to like Lobo, but, Richard hates Lobo. However, a character that Uncle Gary loves is Wonder Man.
Wonder Man.
Another trailer for the show Wonder Man that's set to come out January 27th. So, the show doesn't really look like it's going to follow the comic books too well.
I can't seem to get a reading on what this show is going to be. I mean,
this is okay. Here, so I'm going to say this show is going to be really awful, or it's really going to be good. There's going to be no in between. It's going to be really good, or it's really going to be god awful.
I agree with you. I think it's one or the other. I don't think there's an in between with that one. Also, Superman in the public domain. But some of you may say, wait, it hasn't been 100 years since Action Comics #1 came out. However, one thing that is in the public domain is the animated movies that came out in the 1940s, starting in 1941. The Fleishner Studios.
Mike
films.
Fleischer. Yep.
sure.
Yep. So those ones that came out are technically public domain. However, when it comes to Superman, you still can't use the character. I mean, unless, just like, hey, this is fan film. I can, like you're not trying to make money off of it. But I guess how you'd be able to use these films is, let's say I was making a film, I could have it showing in the background. Technically, that's what I'd be able to do with those films being in the public domain. I can make a character watching one of those ones from 1941.
So films don't have the same amount of time before they're public domain. Is that the deal here?
It usually does pretty much, but it's more that something wasn't renewed. That's why those are the ones that are still. Right. That's why those are the ones that are able.
Because there's a law firm now that is using ads from the Steamboat Willie era, Mickey Mouse.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I think last year that became public domain.
Yeah, but those became public domain because it had been. I think it's 95 years. I think it's got to be 95 years.
Yeah.
And that is going to be something that's going to be really interesting when we get to the 95-year mark. That Superman. I guess Marvel, Marvel wanted to put out a Superman book. I guess they could based on that version of Superman. And it's why you can have Winnie the Pooh, kind of the classic looking Winnie the Pooh, not the Disney one with the red shirt and, version and all those, the way they animated characters, but the original illustrations from the books, those Winnie the Pooh type character designs can be used now. So I guess Marvel could do a Superman book if they wanted.
Guess so.
So we'll see what that looks. And then also one more thing is Jim Lee fingers controversy. Have you guys heard about that?
No,
he was fingering somebody?
Guys, it's about fingers.
Fingers.
Yeah, fingers controversy. What got you mixed up?
Finger banging?
Well, it happens to do with Superman and Spider-Man, but yeah. So
oh my God, they were finger banging each other? Oh my God.
Okay, now I got pictures. Okay, don't get too ahead of yourself. I'm going to show you pictures of what's going on with that.
Pictures? You got pictures of this?
Whoa.
There we go, yeah.
Wow, it is XXX ray. Oh.
There you go.
Oh, it's different.
So people will notice Spider-Man's right hand, the finger is very awkward and weird. Yeah.
He was having a seizure. Come on, man.
What's going on? Of course, some people were quick to defend it and say, hey, maybe it's due to like an homage of when Spider-Man broke his hands when he punched Superman in the first crossover. But Jim Lee said, okay, I see what you guys are calling out. And here was his reply. He said, I fixed the fingers.
Yeah, he did it. He gave Superman bad fingers.
Yes.
And Spider-Man set of fingers.
Yeah, and then Spider-Man's bottom
him giving
fingers,
the fingers to his critics.
No. So there we go. Okay, so look at the hands of Superman. Boom. That was Jim Lee's reply to that.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Nuts.
So there's that. And now we'll jump in. Before we focus on some more stuff, we got, the comments have been going on for a while. Yeah. So let's see that. When Chris was telling me, he said Lily is so cute. And then Richard said, the crazy part is Chris is so well behaved when on camera.
You have no
We'll see
idea.
how long
This
that lasts.
blows us away every time. When Chris is on camera, he is the most well-behaved person on screen. And what a great dichotomy. Chris just keeps it together. When his pretty face is on the camera, he is a true epic gentleman.
That he is.
With the camera off, he's a madman.
And Bruce said, I wish Marvel would do something cool with Death's head and Deathlock in 2026. I'd be up for that. I like both characters. I think both are great characters. Yeah. And then, we wouldn't have Richard in the comments if he didn't get to put that Lobo sucks. And then we were talking about the Wonder Man show. Mobius did say that Ben Kingsley is great. Yes,
he's great in everything he does. Absolutely.
Yeah. Bruce said, the Batman Halloween night is good. It's Batman versus Michael Myers. Okay, so I was hearing about that. Okay, so. And then we got Liz.
Hey, Liz.
Hey, Liz. Wait a minute. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. I hope you had a great birthday celebration there.
So you got all the spankings you wanted, And
all the Catwoman gifts you want too.
Yeah.
So she was wearing her happy birthday sash in the shop today.
I missed her.
Yeah. So she was Liz. I'm going to give away her age. She turned 29 again.
Well, congrats.
My mother used to turn 29 every year.
Nice. You're even younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, hope you have a happy birthday. And we hope that we put on a show that you enjoy. And you say, my birthday, my 29th birthday was a terrific one. And I got some great stuff. And I watched an amazing episode of the Codex podcast.
It just went downhill, Liz. I'm sorry.
There are some highlights.
Just went off the cliff.
Chris says, I've seen both Winnie the Pooh, Blood, and Honey movies. So good.
I
don't know about that, but hey, everyone's got their own opinion.
I'm surprised Mike hasn't seen those yet.
I'm still waiting to watch the Banana Splits one.
Oh, that's right. There was a Banana Splits one.
Yeah.
That could have been like they could have had a crossover with the Five Nights at Freddy's crew, right?
Yeah, they could have. Yep. That'd be a versus movie. Banana Splits versus Five Nights at Freddy.
All right, who were our Banana Splits? It was
Honker,
Fleagle,
Blooper, and Snort. I think.
Oh, look at that. Fleagle, Honker, Blooper.
La, la, la.
Go back to Liz. Liz did say, we did. And my mom got me the Catwoman statue in her wedding dress. So excited. I always enjoy Codex podcasts. I'm happy to hear it.
Nice statue. Nice statuary to add to that growing Catwoman collection there, Liz. Nice.
Yeah. And then, look at that. Simmons Comics Collectible says, oh, dear Lord, who in their right mind made Chris a moderator?
I think there was a illicit payment involved in that.
And then when we were just talking about Chris behaving, and then he says Superman absolutely tore out Spidey's anus.
Anus. Why the hands were like that?
Yeah.
You mean like this or like that?
There you go.
Yes, like that.
Like that.
Jeez, that's how Jim Lee dealt with the fingering controversy. All right, guys, any other stuff going on when it comes to the news? Avengers Doomsday teasers, they got me really excited. I really liked them. They were all about a minute long, and you don't give too much away. You just kind of see the characters. Thor was doing some talking, so was Professor X. Steve Rogers was just quiet, but it got me excited. I'm really excited for Avengers Doomsday. How about you guys? What did you think?
I enjoyed the trailers. Rob showed them at the shop today, and I got to see them on the big screen up there. Looked pretty good. I liked all of them. It was nice to, get the confirmation. I mean, we knew that Rogers was going to return and Hemsworth was going to return, but it was nice to see that. Yeah. So, we're ready to, ready for. And it was cool to see the X-Men, see a little bit of Xavier, a little bit of Magneto, and then Cyclops wearing the classic 90s uniform.
Yeah. You know me, that got me excited. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm really excited about Avengers Doomsday. A lot of good stuff coming out this year. So I'll go back to some of those comic books that are coming out this year, too, because we love to talk about comic books as well as the movies. But, yeah, so, Mike, I was talking about that Sentry coming out. It's going to be a 4-issue miniseries, and it will be by Paul Jenkins, and the artist will be Christian Rosando, and it will come out in March.
Jenkins wrote the original Sentry mini, right, Mike?
I believe so.
It did say he's one of the co-creators.
Yeah. Very good. There's a new Wonder Man series. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited about that too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mark Buckingham is going to be doing the art on it, so that's very good news. We're familiar with him and friendly with him at Baltimore. We see him every year.
Yeah. Scotty Young's doing the Lobo series.
I saw that.
That'll be interesting.
He's writing it, not drawing it, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's writing it, not drawing it. Yeah.
Yeah, written by Scotty Young. Jorge Corona is doing the art.
Yeah.
All right. And then also Deathstroke, the Terminator. Will we have that series coming out? Yeah. Zatanna.
One of my favorite.
Yeah.
Firestorm has one called, Firestorm. The Nuclear Man. The Demon has one. Barbara Gordon Breakout. You won't call shit over the bat. And, of course, the Legion of Superheroes.
There we go, baby. Yeah, that's right. Legion's coming back. Hopefully they'll do it justice.
I say this year we review is it called the Darkness Saga?
The Great Darkness Saga. Ooh, that's a big read for you, Sonny. That's a big thick book. It's a great book though. There's also something Mike and I just ordered today.
Is it New Titans?
It is a Titans Artist Edition George Perez book.
Yeah. So that'd be awesome.
The big Artist Edition I showed, the Jim Aparo thing for the greatest thing I'd read last year. Well, they're doing a George Perez Artist Edition Titans book. Yep. So Mike and I both ordered our copies today, and it's going to be magnificent. And they need to do a Perez Avengers book, a Perez Justice League book, and a Perez JLA Avengers crossover book.
Oh, that would be sweet.
Oh, can you imagine how good that would be? I would buy every damn one of those. They could get me 3 different times on those.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
Put that in.
Speaking of George Perez on the Teen Titans, the Judas Contract was one of the very first stories I had Jamie and I review on the podcast. It was literally it was within the first 5 episodes or something.
Oh wow!
Did you like it?
Oh, there's one I picked out. I knew. We knew what I was giving. I was just curious what Jamie reads. Where is it? It's right somewhere there, because I'm like, this is one of my favorite DC stories.
Yeah, they just put out a new edition a month or 2 ago and picked it up. It's my 3rd or 4th collected edition of that book.
Wow.
So we read
was it DC Finest or
no? It was a deluxe edition.
Oh,
yeah.
Last Friday, Mike, Chris, and I actually watched the animated Judas contract together,
which wasn't too bad. It wasn't. They had some changes they made in it, but it was okay. They still kept the feel of it. The spirit of it was intact, and it was good. Yeah,
it was very good.
Yeah. I'd recommend it. I recommend any of them.
And Richard says, don't forget to hit that like button. Yes, everybody, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave nice comments. And when it came to talking about Avengers, Mobius did say, "Old man Magneto." Yes, I did feel a bit bad seeing.
It was an old man Magneto. Yep.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see which actual X-Men are in the movie.
Love Wonder Man.
Yeah, Wonder Man rocks. Bruce says Lobo rules. I'm saying
There we go.
the movie says I'm excited for the Lobo
Booge
series.
and Richard are going to go back and forth.
Yeah. Bruce says, Deathstroke and the Demon.
Nice.
Yeah, two awesome characters. And then Liz says, he did a great job writing Ain't No Grave, Scotty. Scotty Young did, yeah.
Yep.
Well, you know what?
Sorry, I was a bit behind Uncle Gary when you showed that ring.
Long live the Legion, baby.
The Legion,
and Chris, there's going to be a new Legion series. Hopefully they do this one right. The thing Bendis did was just, so hopefully we get a good Legion series.
And then about your George Perez book, Richard said George Perez, one of my favorites.
Perez is on my Mount Rushmore, baby.
Yep, same here.
One of Mike and I's greatest days was the day we stood in line 5 hours and got to meet Perez, and it was worth every second of it. And he was just a true gentleman, took his time with you. He was so happy to sign your book, so happy to take pictures with you. And you watch every picture that a fan has taken with George Perez. You look at that picture and see who's leaning into who.
Perez, he's smiling and leaning into you.
Leaning into you. What a gentleman. What a gentleman. Perez was just, he was magnificent. And I know Mike and I are blessed, that we got to meet one of the comic gods of our lifetime. And sometimes they say don't meet your heroes. Well, that is not always true. Meet your heroes, because this guy exceeded our expectations. And we had heard what a great person he was. He was beyond that even. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's something like said how they say don't meet your heroes, because sometimes you'd hate to meet them and then like, oh, they were a jerk. But I love to hear stories like you say George Perez. Not only is he one of the all-time greats, but to say an amazing
He's an all-time great human being.
Yeah.
And then how we were talking, about before we talking about the Legion, we mentioned the Darkness Saga. Chris said I'd like to be on the Darkness Saga show. We'll have to set that up. So this year, we're definitely reviewing that story.
Oh, well, there you go. Chris could definitely add a lot to that. The Great Darkness Saga was, in it. At the time, it was such a great mystery. The reveal of the big bad.
I don't know who it is.
Yeah, it was. Now it's given away on the book cover, but at the time when the Legion was, when that book was coming out, it was really, they'd led up to it for quite a few months. They had subplots that were dropped in and hints that were dropped in, and then when it came about, it was just a magnificent book. But it's been collected quite a few times, so we will look forward to reading that.
There you go.
There it is. Yeah, they give it away on the cover.
Yeah. And the back cover.
And the back cover.
But I'm still excited to read it. Yeah, and then Chris did say I love Perez. Yeah.
And Sonny, that'll be your first foray into the Legion except for the one book we reviewed, right?
Yeah, that was.
And you dug that. You liked that book a lot too.
I did. Yeah, I'm looking to get that. And there's a collection, the DC Finest collection. I noticed has that issue, so I'm looking to add that to the collection.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. That DC Finest has those Legion issues. That was about the time where they were backup features in Superboy, and Dave Cockrum, from X-Men, who you love so much, redesigned all the costumes and things like that, and then it led into that series. And that issue that we reviewed was Mike Grell's first issue on the series, that 203. So, but that is good stuff. So I think you should definitely get that DC Finest.
Sounds like a fine idea to me.
Mm-hmm.
I will add it to the collection soon. Yeah. Well, guys, before we jump on to anything else, any other things you want to jump on to talk about from the news before things get a bit insane?
I think we're good.
Yep.
I think so that took care of a lot. Now it's time to get a bit insane. first time in 2026, it's time for Virulent Insanity. You know how the rules go. Take your guess as to what comic book had the most covers this week. Gentlemen.
Well,
Go ahead, Garrett.
well, I'm gonna. The company that published it is, JJ Walker could help us out. Remember what JJ would say?
Dynamite.
Dynamite. That's right. So good times. I'm gonna say Blue Falcon and Dynamite. That's my pick. It's even got the book.
Falcon and Dynamite.
Yeah. Those are some cool covers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
going to go with The Batman.
Ooh.
Issue 5 of The Batman.
Yeah, there's a new character introduced. There were a lot of covers for that.
And then I was looking for the comic, but I remember, Richard, I remember what you said. You said TMNT was 23 covers. So everybody go ahead and make your guess as to what comic book you think had the most covers this week.
Going The Batman with 12.
I'm also going 12 with Blue Falcon and Dynamite.
All right, Liz comes in and says TMNT, the one with Godzilla.
Was that out today?
Ooh.
There Godzilla?
Boosh says I say Blue Falcon as well.
Yeah, I got the Linzer cover, which had Blue Falcon and Dynamite and not a hot chick on it, which is very, very rare for Linzer to do a cover without a hot chick on it.
Right.
Interesting choice of words.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you the countdown, everybody. The 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, the comic book that had the most covers this week was Vampirella.
Another Dynamite book. Damn it.
Number 9. So, yes, like you said, more Dynamite, yeah.
Why does she even bother wearing clothes? I mean, seriously. If you're wearing
floss,
if you're just wearing dental floss, I mean, come on.
Dental floss is definitely a good way to put it, yeah.
Just be naked.
naked.
Just be naked. If that's what you're gonna wear, just be naked.
Booze, when he was going with Blue Falcon, did say 24. Liz is going with 15. How about you guys? How many covers do you think Vampirella and Vampirella and Clothes had? You just say 12?
I'm going with 12 still. 15 is a good, yeah.
Okay, so Mike and Liz going with 15.
I'm saying 12.
You're going with 12.
Dirty dozen.
Booze is doubling that with 24. Earlier, Richard said 23. And in the meantime, as I give you a little bit more time to guess, here's a little bit of info about Vampirella.
Wrote it, okay.
Writer Christopher Priest, and the artist is Davis Godin, and the cover artist was Lucio Perillo. That information was brought to you by Sal the Slab Guy.
Slab.
Who's probably watching hockey right now as we speak.
And Lisa said, yes, she is wearing nada hair.
Not wearing much. No.
Nope.
And Chris,
not single hair.
Chris is going with 234.
Wow. You know, the most fabric is on this ridiculous collar she's wearing. What's the collar all about?
Oh, you're right, yeah.
Why is she being demure on her neck? You know? What the heck?
It's a bit of mystery. Yeah.
Mm.
So, I'll just give us the 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We can't see Sonny, just fingers.
I don't think you mind the image in front of me. This week, Vampirella issue number 9 by Dynamite had a total of 18 covers.
18. Wow.
So, only 18. Chris, you were a little off. You went with 234.
Just slightly over.
A little over 200 off.
I think he went over. Yeah.
Yeah. At least you say, right? Why the collar?
Yeah, exactly. Why the collar? Come on.
Chris says vampire next sexy. Or vampires find next sexy. Oh, yes, we do know that. So she's just being a tease, covering it up for us.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. Vampirella number 9. The most covers this week with 18.
18.
It isn't even a BDSM collar or a priest collar. It's like a kid collar with no cape attached.
Yeah, she's capeless.
Clothesless.
Hairless.
She's dolphin smooth.
Dolphin smooth.
Dolphin smooth.
Vampirella seems to win almost every month. It seems like almost every month. Vampirella last year seemed to be like the new Thundercats. She joins that list now. All right, but everybody's time for right or wrong. So, but before we jump onto our right or wrong statements, Richard asks, "Is there even a plot for Vampirella?"
Yeah,
it's
it's a near naked woman running around. That's the plot. And she's a vampire.
She's a vampire.
She sucks blood.
Then it came to her covering her neck. Chris says she covers it because she's not a whore. It's a vampire thing.
She's not a whore, so she covers her neck.
Hey, no king shaming here if she is.
Nice. So those Puritan women that were whores that showed a little neck, those trips.
She's not going to show off her neck.
Mm.
Nope, that's a little bit bad. There we go. She's not showing off her neck.
Show off everything else, but
Mm-hmm.
not the neck.
All right, guys, it's time for right or wrong. So, who would like to start off with their statements today?
All right, I can start off. The DCKO event is better than we thought it would be.
Yes.
Oh.
I agree. I concur. Yes.
For me, I haven't read it yet, so I really can't say, but I'm going to, based on what I know and what I've heard about, I will say right. I hear that it's better than what I thought. Because I thought it was just going to be something kind of fun, a quick little, cool little fights, but it seems that it really is turning into like a bigger thing that will kind of, people will still be talking about for a few years from now.
Okay. My second one is of the final hero standing to square off against Darkseid will be the King of the Sea. It'll be Aquaman.
Ooh.
I believe it'll be Aquaman. There's a hint or two that I think I'm gleaning something from. I think it's going to be Aquaman is going to be the last man standing to face off against Darkseid.
I'm pretty behind it, but I'm going to say wrong.
Well, there's 8 left, so I got a 1 in 8 shot.
I'm going to say wrong just because I don't think they'll pull the trigger. I think they'll do something stupid and make it Superman.
Yeah.
I don't know, Gary's so predictable.
Well, like I said, there's a
my
couple.
pick too.
That's what I picked for when we did our brackets. I picked Superman because I figured it's just got to be Superman. But I can't even remember what it was, but there's just a couple instances where just little turns of phrases or something made me think that it's going to be Aquaman. So let's see.
Bruce is wrong, and Richard says wrong. Wonder Woman is my guess.
Okay. Well, you know who it's not going to be? It's not going to be Vixen, is it?
No, unless maybe something crazy might happen.
No, it's not going to be Vixen. And then this is just a little addendum to the right or wrongs. That in the earlier in the show we heard of Sonny's Chicago sporting exploits. Sonny Kruger is the new Steve Bartman in Chicago.
Ooh.
Wrong.
Wow.
Look, Sonny yelped quickly, didn't he, Mike?
Oh, did. Yeah.
No, he yelped quickly. Wrong. He knows who Steve Bartman is.
That's a pull from the pages of history.
Yeah, and it's a Cubby poll, so he even knows his Cubby history. Sonny Kruger is the new Chicago version of Steve Bartman.
And now you made Chris leave. Now Chris says, "I got to run. I'll see you in the fun. See you in the funny papers.
See you, brother, man.
Take care, Chris.
All right, love you, man.
Yep.
All right, so there's my 2 plus my little Sonny Kruger addendum.
All right, Mike, on to you.
All right. I'm going to say the Century miniseries will be the book of the year in 2026.
That'd be a cool surprise. I'll say wrong, but
I know.
hey, it could be. There's nothing that says it can't be.
Mike, I would love for it to be for your sake, but I'm going to say wrong. I'm going to hope it's great though. I'm going to say wrong.
How about you, Mikey? Is that your thing? It'll be the best or no?
I think it'll be the best. I love the Century.
Well, Jenkins is a great place to start.
Yep.
Yeah. Who better than one of the ones who created him?
Yep. And then my second one, 2026 is going to be the best year ever for collected editions. Just from what I've seen, I think 2026 is going to be the year for collected editions.
You know what? I'm going to say right on that because they took them a while to get there, but what DC is doing with the DC Finest is really, really good. There's going to be an all-star Western one that's come up. Even though it was last year, they did the War volume. They're collecting stuff that I've never thought that they would collect before, and I am really thrilled with what DC is doing. They finally understood that Marvel's Epic line was really pretty epic to get these reprints in the hands of people, and DC is collecting stuff. They did the Gorilla book. They've done this, so they've done some really eclectic things that I never thought they would collect. So just on the strength of that, not to mention the artist edition books that we have that Mike and I are excited about, that Titans one. So I think collected editions, I think this is going to be a great year for collected editions.
Yeah. I mean, looking at the latest DC Connect, they're going to have the Zatanna Paul Dini omnibus.
Yep.
A Demon Absolute Edition by Jack Kirby.
Nice.
I mean, they're just kind of, there's the Joker.
Oh.
On the DC Finest.
Yeah, they're doing a DC Finest Joker. They did a big Joker omnibus, but now they're doing it in DC Finest. And I'm going to get this volume, even though I have.
I have that omnibus.
Yeah, I have everything. Oh, you have the omnibus too?
Yeah, I have the omnibus too. But yeah, it's going to be amazing.
I will go with someone who likes to get in collections and everything. I could say, I'm going to say I agree. I'm going to say right. Then, like I said, Gary, you made a perfect example when you said with DC Finest. I think they really are going to try to. They're really doing a lot with that. Like I said, Marvel, I think they're going to continue on with their epic collections, which I love.
Mm-hmm.
But I think DC's are going to look to push to challenge it, with their DC Finest. And like you guys were talking about other collections as well. So I say right.
And the DC Finest look good on a shelf too.
They do.
They really look good on a shelf. They've got the name, and then they've got a great inset picture of whatever. Yeah. So there's more. And show the side view. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, they just look good. They just look good.
Yeah. All right. And my Boo said, a Demon Absolute Edition, take my money.
Yep.
Okay. And then for me, I'm gonna bring things down a bit. Make things a little scary for the new year. I say that AI art is going to make its way into mainstream comic books in 2026.
I'm going to say yes. I'm saying that's right. As much as I hate it. Yeah.
Somebody will do it.
Yeah, it's one thing I don't want to happen, but it's one thing I will say right. I unfortunately think it's going to happen.
I do too.
So I wanted to call it out here to begin the year off, in case people, 100 years from now go back and they're like,
they'll say Sonny knew.
They're going to say that, those Nostradamus, Sonny Kruger.
Yeah.
Yeah. We call it on episode 180 of the Codex podcast.
Sonny Damas.
It just sounds bad.
That's because Sonny Dahmer,
I would say it sounds
Sonny
evil.
Dahmer.
I would say it sounds evil.
Was Dahmer a Chicago guy?
Milwaukee.
Oh, he's Milwaukee. Okay.
Yeah. I passed that prison before he died in.
Killed by Black Jesus.
They do got him.
Jesus.
Yeah, the guy they called Black Jesus killed him. Beat him with a mop, one of the mop things, the mop strainers.
Oh, you hit him with a mop strainer?
Mm-hmm.
Ow.
I'm pretty sure that's what he beat him to death with. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but I think he used
he did beat him to death. I can't remember exactly
that metal strainer. I think he beat him to death with.
But I guess since we're on that subject, did anybody ever read the comic book called My Friend Dahmer?
Yeah, I think I have it somewhere.
I did not.
Yeah.
I think Mike had me.
It was interesting.
Mike had me read the Ed Gein one or something.
Oh, the Ed Gein.
Oh,
Yeah. What did Ed Gein do?
Yeah, that was, God, terrible. Mike, that was terrible.
It was terrible.
That was terrible.
Yeah, there's actually a great one on the Green River Killer that was written by the son of the detective who captured the Green River Killer, which I have here.
Didn't he get like 50 victims or something, or was it
Yeah.
more than that?
Yeah, he had a bunch.
So he is the highest total of kills for serial
I
killer,
think
right?
he's one of them. I
Yeah.
think he's up there.
And then a lot of them were like 10 to 90. Some of them you don't know, so it's kind of hard to say who has it. But we'll jump back to number one. And Uncle Gear, that was you. And I'll read the comments along with it. And your first statement was
that the DCKO event has been better than we thought it would be.
Yeah, and then too, we were all saying true. I something more like
I've enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed it, and I know one of the events, before they got into the round of 16 was more fights, but was to round up these artifacts. There you go, Richard.
Richard says true because Lobo gets his meatballs kicked in.
Yeah. The round where they advanced by rounding up artifacts like Starman's energy rod and things like that. I thought that was really cool. I like that. I enjoyed seeing these odes to DC history, with these artifacts. So I thought that was neat. And then the round of 16 where they were fighting it out, I enjoyed that. And it's done like a video game where it's best out of 3, and that you can pick your costume and which version of the character you want. They can pick. I just think it's inventive. I think it was done with a sense of fun, and I'm digging it. I'm liking it, and again, better than I thought it would be.
And you're happy that Swamp Thing pulled off the upset over Vixen, right?
Well, he did, but but my bracket's busted because I had him going to the round of 16, but Cyborg got him, to the round of 8 rather, and Cyborg won. But it was the Levi Swamp Thing. It wasn't the Alec Holland Swamp. He would have done better. But
I think so, yeah.
I digress. So yeah, I'm saying right on that. Did everybody agree on that?
I think so.
Yeah, everyone. Yeah,
right.
In the comments too, everyone's right. And then your second one was about
that Aquaman will be the last one standing to fight off against Darkseid, and I'm the only one that says right on this. So
yeah, because everyone else is saying wrong.
That's good. It'll be my hill. But you know what? I've got a 1 in 8 shot here.
Hey, Aquaman's your Vixen.
The Aquaman is more than a vixen. King of the sea. Vixen's not even king of the jungle.
Hey, Vixen's a compliment.
Vixen's
There's a band called Vixen.
Yeah, but they weren't blonde-haired dudes.
I saw them live on the Monsters of Rock cruise.
Oh, nice.
Cruise?
Yep.
You were at sea with the Vixens.
That was.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you
Nice.
go.
Man, crazy is that was next month. We'll make it 10 years ago. Time is flying by, guys. 2016 does not seem that long ago. And then there was then there was the bonus one that was wrong. We all in agreement was wrong.
I think everybody agreed on this one. That Sonny Kruger, after his recent exploits with Chicago sporting events, is the new Steve Bartman of Chicago sports.
That's the one that made Chris left when he
right.
He was furious. He walked out.
Furious, yeah. So everybody, I think that's all right. Everybody thinks you're the new Steve Bartman.
So we may have gotten people mixed up with that one because some people were saying 3, and then I noticed there were some people who had 6. So we'll just assume that everyone who's Boo says 3, wrong.
That was Century.
I think Sonny's cooking the boats now.
And Mike, you had your 2 statements.
Yeah, I had the Century for the Book of the Year, which everybody said was wrong. And then I had 2026 as be one of the best years for collected editions.
True. I think that's right.
Yeah.
And
I was
I hope
seeing some rights too. I think people were getting some mixed up. But a lot of people were saying right. And I was noticing, even though it says 5, some of those 5 were coming up when you said that. So, and I agree too. Many were saying right for that one as well. That'd be pretty cool if Sanctuary turns around and is like the best.
Well, I hope Mike's right.
Comic of the year.
I hope it is the best comic of the year, especially since my buddy over there loves the Century. You know, that's
so we could be like, hey, not only in episode 180 of the Codex podcast did Sonny Kruger predict about AI getting into mainstream comic books, but Mighty Mike also predicted the comic of the year, Sanctuary.
The book is so good that Bob's your uncle, right, Mike?
Bob's your uncle. That's
Bob's your uncle.
And then my one was that AI art is going to make its way into mainstream comic books. And so see this way, some people were putting 6.
That's what made Chris leave.
Yeah.
It was before. Yeah. It was you, Uncle Gary. You chased him away.
You started talking about AI comics and Chris had to go.
Yeah. And then what you said, is this really Codex video 180? The Codex podcast, this is really 180. So all the other shows, we're probably past 500, honestly, if we add every video together. But for the Codex podcast, this is episode 180. I got my notes, and even all the way back
when
episode number 1.
And for somebody that's newly fresh in hell, they're going to make you watch all 180 of them. Back to back to back to back to back.
All right, and then some more things. Richard says, Sonny, message me next time you go to Chicago game. Chicago. I will keep that in mind. I will let you know.
Hey, put me on that list, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
With Fade Sonny.
They're gonna start investigating us. Like, hey, we noticed the betting lines really changed.
Really jump whenever Sonny goes to the games.
Yeah. And let's see. Who's just asking a question? Okay, he said, first he said, only said wrong for number 3 out of confession on the number 3. It's very right, actually.
There you go. See?
He meant Mike's number 3.
No, he meant you, buddy.
Sanctuary.
It's the addendum. Yeah, it's not a really true number.
I think we convinced him that Sanctuary is going to be the comic of the year. So there you go, Mike. You got to, you and Boo say the Sanctuary is going to be the comic book of the year.
Sweet.
Sonny's cooking the books. He's cooking the votes.
Before we jump away, Boo says, has anybody read the book Bendis did on the Torso Killer?
No, I haven't.
Is that the Black Dahlia guy? You see the Torso Killer?
How is it, Boo? Let us know.
Yeah.
So, if you want any stories about serial killers who aren't real, remember, I got a book called Killing Set in Motion out that I wrote. I know you all see me, man, Sonny Kruger's such a good, well-behaved man. There's probably never any violent thoughts in his head. He's such a good guy. But I've got some crazy stories. So Killing Set in Motion, it's on Amazon. And you can think whatever you want about the serial killer. You don't have to feel bad because if you root for him, you don't have to feel bad because he's not real.
I remember a cartoon on the Washington Post, the Argyle sweater, and they always do a lot of puns, and there was a chalk outline of the Lucky Charms leprechaun. And one cop said to the other, this is the work of a serial killer. It's tragically malicious.
Perfect, yeah.
I thought, there you go.
That's awesome.
It's great.
And Bruce says the Torso Killer was a Cleveland serial killer.
Cleveland, wow.
Oh, okay.
All right. But guys, it's time to move things in a brighter direction. As we said, it's a new year. New year, same me. But now it's time for Random Panel of the Week. Some things stay the same. We're bringing you more random panels every week. And remember, on Comic Character of the Day page on Facebook, there's random panels every single day.
Yep, Chris had one with a goat the other day that was just wrong on a lot of levels.
Yeah.
All right, but our random panel of the week to start off the Codex Podcast 2026 is from Daredevil. Matt Murdock walks into a Christmas party and says, "Happy New Year, people." And his shirt says, "I'm not Daredevil."
I like his cane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cane, perfect for
and
Christmas.
he's got mistletoe on it.
Nice.
Better be careful who he walks past.
Between Matt Murdock and Richard Grayson, I don't know who's getting more tail, but they're both doing well.
Yeah.
I did see something before. It said, "It's like, are you really trying to tell me that Daredevil's blind and it shows all the women he's been with?" Yeah, so there you go. Matt Murdock bringing in the new year for everybody.
Mm-hmm. Well, Happy New Year.
And Liz says, I have to run, guys. Great show. Good night, Liz.
Good night, Liz.
Good night, Liz.
We have a happy birthday.
Happy birthday. That's right. Still got almost 3 hours of birthday. Enjoy it.
Yep.
And now it's time for a certain list.
Dun, dun, dun.
Everyone, you know how the F list goes. We add a horrible character to the list every week. And now we've gone through many. We've had over 100 episodes of the Codex podcast that have featured F-listers joining. Last year, we had some great ones. We had Carface and Codpiece and many others joining. But this year, we're bringing more characters as well. So I thought I'd mention a few. You know, sometimes I write down lists because, if I find 5 and I can add all 5 on the day of, but I write them down and I prepare for later. So some of the characters that are, feel free to jump on and say, hey, I've heard of that character. No, something that's not an F-lister. Hey, it could happen. I can be convinced otherwise. It's happened before. But some of the characters that may be joining the F-list in 2026 are Gunhawk, Snapper Carr, so he hasn't joined yet. Not Mystique, but Mystique, Goldbug, Hippo, whose name is Mrs. Fluffy Lumpkins, Paperman, Elf with a Gun, one character whose name, it would be more of an uncensored episode if I was to say the name again. We already had a character called the Sack join, but there's another character who's also called the Sack.
My sack doesn't work.
That's sacrilegious.
Guys, make sure you got your spell check ready because there's a character called Spell Check. Sleaze. Sleaze.
Sleaze.
The Head. Mother.
Whoa.
That's the name, is The Head. Also,
The
Mother Mayhem. Wonder Warthog. Fruit Man. Post-it. Shadow Stalker. Let's get some more. Immortal Bald Man in Armor. Nanny. Yeah, so this year there's quite a lot getting ready for the F list. Our Arm Fall Off Boy. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
A team called Section 8. So,
with Dog Welder. Yeah. Dog Welder was Section 8.
Oh, yes, Dog Welder. I know, yeah, we have not added Dog Welder yet to the list. But there are many who will be joining the F list this year. And then, let's see what people say. Richard says, I nominate Lobo for F lister in 2026. It's going to take a lot of convincing.
Richard's hate goes deep.
Yeah, you do not kick Dexter. But also, when it comes to Richard, also said the Sack versus the Head 2026. And Bruce says the Head and the Sack should be a team.
Hey, but they need a third member. The Shaft.
I'm sure there's a character called that somewhere.
Well, there's a Youngblood character, Shaft.
He's one bad mother.
There you go. I saw what you did there, Roundtree. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, sure. Yes, many more from. There's NFL Super Pro. I don't think we've added every character yet, so I'll look at NFL Super Pro maybe before the Super Bowl, and then yes, of course, Youngblood. They've always characters from there, and then I decided to show a few pictures of some of the characters who may be joining the F list soon. Oh, sorry.
Hey, that's a great costume for you.
Wrong picture.
Held up Listen,
That outfit's in there.
I'll give you somewhere in the Legion you can go. The Legion of Substitute Heroes. There's some really lame-os in that.
And some more. I think maybe
Stone
Stone Boy.
Stone Boy. Stone Boy's the dumbest thing in the world.
So there you go. Stone Boy
turns to stone, and he's just inanimate. There's nothing he can do. The only thing he can be used as a weapon by people swinging him or hitting somebody with him. Yeah. Stone Boy. Stone
Boy. We already had a character called Blowhard. There's another character also called Blowhard.
Blowhard, is he working with the head and the shaft and the sack?
Just pay dirt. There's a lot. Yeah, not a bad characters. Lord Cumulus.
Lord Cumulus. Okay.
Yeah, so
these are all connected.
Yeah, the F list is quite the list. But even I thought I'd
is
show
there a black hole character?
Probably somewhere. Probably somewhere along the road. And yeah. Oh, Blackwing is another one. Yeah. But here's some pictures of
that's Gunhawk, yeah.
And there's Mother Mayhem. And this one, trigger warning for this next one.
Oh God.
Wow.
Oh.
No more of that.
That's not the thinker, that's the shitter.
Hey, pretty close to the name.
Or the stinker.
The thinker.
The first one was closer to the actual name. So that's a bit of what's to come on the F list for 2026. And then Boo said, Penthouse of Justice. With the sack in the head and all those bad characters.
The member.
Like I said, a lot to be excited for. So that brings us to our topic of the week. And so the topic of the week is, what are you excited for in 2026? Mike, how about you?
I'm going to kind of repeat what I already said. Really, both the collected editions and some of the new books that are coming out. New characters who, like the Sentry, Wonder Woman, or Wonder Man, Lobo, people who deserve their own books. Who haven't had their books in a long time. So, just excited about all the new material coming out.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff. How about you, Uncle Harry?
I'm excited about some, new books, some of the new independent books that started last year but are continuing, like Blood Moon. There's a book that the first issue came out called Ordained. I love that book.
You got to pick that one up, Sonny.
Yeah, Sonny, you because you are a Catholic, and I think you would enjoy this. It's a priest hears last rites from a mobster who gets miraculously better, and now the priest has heard things in his last confession that the mobster has a problem with him knowing. So
that sounds really good. So it's a current ongoing series.
Yeah, there's only been one issue out so far. Ordained. Yeah.
I was hoping you were going to say it's almost over. There'll be a trade paperback soon. And now, that's.
Oh, the first issue was kick ass. I think I threw it in Mike's box. I think he wasn't there that week, and I was like, okay, I'm grabbing this, and I threw it in his box, and he picked it up. Good for him. I'm glad he got it. But man, I read it and was blown away immediately how good it was. Great premise, right, Mike?
Yeah, really cool.
Great premise. And Viking Moon. It's Viking Moon. The Viking Moon book. You got werewolves, you got Vikings, you got Native Americans. As Mike would say, hilarity ensues.
Hilarity ensues.
It's really great. So I'm enjoying that. I'm also looking forward to the Wonder Man series a lot. I'm looking forward to the revival of the Legion. Like Mike has said, these collected editions have got me very excited about those. I'm also excited for the DC and Marvel are going to continue their crossover cash grab, and keep that going. So
fingers.
With the fingers, keeping their fingers, their twisted little fingers in the pie. So I like the fact that they are working together. So, maybe we'll get something epic out of this.
Yeah, a lot of great stuff. And yeah, I agree. Like I said, a lot of the trade paperbacks and the crossover events. But before I get on to more of that, I'll read some of the comments. When it came to that guy on the toilet, Richard said, "That's me after eating Taco Bell." Me after White Castle.
Well,
Yeah, Boo said Lobo, Deathstroke, and the Demon books. Richard said more indies. And then Boo said,
yeah, Richard, if you got a chance to pick up Ordained, look at it, man. I can't remember what company it is. Is it Mad Cave? Maybe I can't remember, but it's Ordained.
and Boo said, yeah, DC needs to bring back Hitman in 2026.
Yep.
The Demon book would be a good place to start. Yeah, since
Bad idea.
started.
Bad idea.
Bad idea.
That's what it is. Bad idea for Ordained. Yeah, Hitman's a great character. Mike, did you ever read that book? It's by Ennis.
Yep.
Yeah, I like Hitman. I got some Hitman's comics. Yeah,
Tommy Monahan.
and then
That's where Dog Welder and Six Pack came from. Was
okay,
that true?
and Boo said Nick Cage, Spider-Man, Nor. Yeah, me too. A lot of movies too, like I said, Avengers, Doomsday. Except for that one, Spider-Man, Supergirl.
So Richard, even if he wants to see Supergirl, he's going to have to cover his eyes for the Lobo parts.
Yeah, really.
He might not be in there too much. A bathroom break might be enough to take him out to miss the whole scene. Maybe we'll see. Also, some other comic books. I am excited for the Age of Revelation to have their whole story out in trade paperbacks. It's going to be 3 because it's a lot to collect if you're trying to collect each one. So I'm glad about that. And also, I love my X-Men 97 that they're going to have season 2. It's set to come out in the summer. So I'm super excited about that. And like I said, more stuff from the Codex podcast. We will reach episode 200 this year. And also in the summer, it will hit 5 years of the Codex podcast / the Codex station. So excited to hit those milestones. And then also for myself, I got some work going on. I plan to publish at least 6 books this year.
Wow.
Planning for an average of 1 every other month. So I've written many stories. I have over 30 written. So just have to do more reading and editing and making covers to actually publish them. So that's why I'll be like, man, he's working really fast.
No wonder you don't have a job. You're too busy writing.
Well,
Pretty much. Yeah, that's my job.
That's it.
But even when I do work those regular jobs at night, I say I do that during the day, and at night I get online and I type.
right.
Yeah, but a lot of good stuff, and I'm excited. 2026 should be a great one.
Yep.
Some great things ahead for us here at Codex. Hopefully, for all of you, hopefully 2026 is just an amazing year for all of us. And then we're here next year and we say, wow, 2026 was so amazing. And now I'm excited for 2027. And one more time, everybody, make sure that you don't tap out.
Never tap out.
Don't tap out.
Yeah,
Tap in.
that's right. So, everyone, I say we start wrapping this show up. I think it's been a great one to start the year off.
Yep.
Again, thank you to my 2 co-hosts for joining me today, as I love to do this every Wednesday. Thank you to everyone viewing, watching, commenting, even future viewers watching this later on, whether it be a day from now, a week from now, a year from now, a decade from now. Hope you all enjoy the shows that we put on. And before I let you go, we'll just say once again, what do we got and we want to give to everybody?
We are absolutely 100% positively dripping with the socials. And we would like nothing better than to give them to you, baby. Hit that button.
Hit the button.
And Mike, if I'm looking to get like a Codex shirt or sticker, where can I go?
www.thecodexstation.com. Come get your merch, meet all the team, get so much more.
That
More.
is right.
We love you long time.
Yes.
We do. And remember that there's no king shaming here at the Codex Station.
No king shame at the Codex.
None at all. Half of us wouldn't be on the air if there were.
Yeah. And of course, I will be looking forward to seeing you all next week. And Mr. Dan Kelly is set to join me. But what's going on tomorrow, Uncle Gary? What would you like to tell everybody?
Comic character of the week. We got miles to go before we sleep. We're doing Miles Morales. Spider-Man is our character of the week.
A great way to start the year off. And then, of course, Saturdays is always Comics Unleashed, where the guys show you a lot of great stuff they got. Like a whole bunch of comic books.
Mm-hmm.
All the
Make it-
books.
We
Yeah,
show
make
you
it-
our great stuff, and then we show you our books.
Yeah. Which is a great show. Thank you. Bruce said, excellent show. Thank you. Mr.
Thanks,
Keith says,
man.
great show tonight. Thank you. So thank you all. Once again, I'm your host, Sonny Kruger. I'm joined by my co-hosts, Uncle Gary and Mighty Mike. So we hope you have a great day, a great week. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow on the Comic Character of the Week or Saturday on Unleashed, or I'll see you next week on the Codex Podcast. But I hope you all have a great day, a great week, a great 2026 that is a 10 out of 10 for all of you.
God bless
Take
you
care.
all. Take
See
care.